Alright guys, I'm going to show you part 2 on how to feed your citrus trees. It's granular fertilizer. Around this time, citrus trees become slight sleepy. Alright, now you might be saying, what in the world do you mean by that? Well, citrus trees are evergreen. They are not like your stone fruit trees that are deciduate, or your cherry trees, uh, any type of tree, fruit tree that's deciduate. They literally go to sleep. Citrus trees do not go to sleep really at all, in all honesty, but they say they are semi-dormant. I believe because they still hold their fruit, and also because they don't lose its leaf foliage, that they maintain uh, being awake, okay? And they still pump out flowers depending on what type of citrus tree you have. The three citrus trees that are in front of you right now is the blood orange tree that's in the right here by the blue container without the white tag. And then next to it is that's the single nut blood orange tree. Next to it is the moral blood orange tree. And I got the moral blood orange tree not to help pollinate the single nut blood orange tree, but because I love the way it tasted, and we love the juice from it. So we decided to get I decided to get a moral blood orange tree to make blood orange juice. And then we had the Mario lemon tree. Okay, now how we do this, okay, is through August, and I believe the second to third week of September is the last time you give it its granular feed until about February, or at least January or February, I would say. Once you harvest all your citrus trees, basically, it's still okay if you wait till last minute, like in April or May, that you want to harvest your citrus. But it is very important, depending on what zone you live on and what zone you live and climate you in. It all depends on how long your fruit will stay on that tree. Now, I want to make that clear. However, when you go ahead and fertilize your tree, you want to go around you see the canopy of that tree. So if the roots are spread it out, you want to go around. Now, because mine's in the containers, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in just a few minutes. I'm gonna show you the granular feed I use. Okay, I've been using, when I first started, my first citrus tree was a single nut blood orange tree, as you see there. It never fruited for us, but it lost its fruit due to a lot of stress and me not taking care of it properly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you very quickly. I use, okay. So this is what I use, guys. I use the Zeus rhododendron fertilizer. It's for acidic flowers. But basically, you can use that type of granular feed for your Mario lemons, your Areca, your any type of citrus tree you have. Is fine. Your orange, your Washington navels, your blood oranges, your key lime, your lime, your bear's lime, any type of citrus. And then you also use a citrus and fruit fertilizer. Don't matter if it's organic or not, but I prefer organic fertilizers, okay? And then I'm also going to show you how I go ahead and feed it. So basically, you see this plastic cup here. I'm only going to use just half of this cup here of granular feed. I'm not going to use a lot today. I'm going to use the Dr. Earth fertilizer on my single nut blood orange tree and my moral blood orange tree. Okay, but this right here in front of you is a cleaver. This is what you want to use to scratch it in, or you can use your hand. All right, so I'm gonna take this with me. I'm gonna go down to the blood orange tree. And so, as you can see here, this don't really have a canopy, but what you do is you go ahead and just sprinkle. And be careful for the wind, that you won't get to your eyes. Don't breathe this in if possible. This is organic. It's not gonna kill you, but still want to be careful. All right, just wanna. You can be very. You can pour as much as you need. Pour the whole thing, but I'm not gonna pour the whole thing. So I'm just doing an example for you guys, just showing you what I'm doing here. And then you just want to go ahead and just basically, you can get kind of rough with it. I'm just trying to be a little bit careful. And I'm gonna show you what I do next. All right, after I put this in, and it's very important to go ahead and wet your soil before you do this. We're gonna wait a few hours, and then add your granular feed. And this is what's all you need to do. Okay, guys. I'm gonna add the rest to some more blood orange over here. And that's just a little bit that was left. And just do the same thing. And just be careful for the feeder roots. That's the one thing you do not want to get it on, is the feeder roots. Okay, guys. And then that is it. And once you do that, it's okay to water. Now I'm gonna show you on how I water. Once I've done this, now I'm gonna show you how I go ahead and use my fish fertilizer right now. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember I told you it's okay to continue to use your liquid fish fertilizer or your fertilizing kelp with molasses or your all-purpose liquid fertilizer. Well, it's still okay throughout the growing season, throughout the coming months and our fall winter months. It's still okay to do a bi-weekly or weekly, depending on your preference. However, I'm going to show you what I do when it's grown in containers. Excuse me. Now, when I do this, I basically use a bucket. You can use a watering can. You can use when you're doing a soil drench. You can use a pot. You can use whatever, a pitcher. You can use whatever you have to do a soil drench. But remember, the measurements matter, okay? When you use a 5-gallon bucket, you want to use 1 tablespoon per gallon of liquid fertilizer, a fish fertilizer, fish emulsion, all-purpose fertilizer, seaweed kelp, seaweed extract, whatever you are using when you do a liquid fertilizer. Make sure you read the directions. Most tops, or I would say lids or covers of that bottle is about a tablespoon, and also have the measurements in the back of the label. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have my gloves on, and I'm going to take my gloves off right now, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a 3-gallon bucket, and I'm going to actually show you. I'm going to actually use my Meyer limit as a demonstration. Okay, now took the lid off. So no buzz will give me, and this is heavy actually, but this is the liquid, and I'm gonna do is come in and just pour. Now, one thing with citrus, they don't like the way I just poured. They don't really like it to be water like that, okay, at one time. They like the water to really get penetrated into the soil. So it's very important just to be nice to your citrus trees, because they work hard to produce this type of fruit. They don't go to sleep like the deciduous trees, fruit trees that you may have in your garden or in front of your home or around your neighborhood. They work hard to produce, and so you want to be very nice. So I'm going to continue to add. Okay, and this is all you do. Let the water seep down. Now, mind you, when you do this, you may get some flies nearby because they smell the fish, or either some rodents, squirrels, raccoons, mice, those type of things. just be alarmed that they smell the the residue of fish. All right. So and your neighbors too. Be mindful of your neighbors. But this is all you do when you fertilize. Do a liquid fertilize feed to your citrus trees, or either your fruit trees or vegetables, flowers, whatever you're growing. This is all you do. But guys, I thank you for watching. I'm gonna finish going ahead to fertilize these citrus trees. Be back. So you're about to see me do something a little bit different here, guys. So what I'm gonna do is just, because my foliar spray is out of order right now, I'm gonna go ahead and wet the leaves this way. Now if you're growing in the ground and your tree is tall, you can't do it this way, so you need a foliar sprayer, a foliar spray, or even a spray bottle if even usable, but that'll take a lot of time. But I'm just going to go ahead and just do this. Even to my more blood orange. And don't soak it so much that the dirt come out like I just did there. Some of the dirt may, leach out. But one thing I do want to tell you guys to remember to, once you go ahead and add your granular feed, add compost or your earthworm castings. That way they're continuing to eat, okay? And that way that compost, earthworm casting will seep in. And when you do when you go ahead and use your earthworm castings, what's gonna happen? You're gonna see some hazelnut little round little balls. Those things are eggs. Don't be alarmed. Those are the red wigglers that you may have in your containers or even in the ground for that matter, but they are not harmful whatsoever. Those you want to keep in your soil. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of this on my Aurora Suma because it also needs feeding. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and remember, you're always destined for greatness because there's greatness inside of you. Don't forget to feed your sister trees. It's granular feed for the last time this growing season. Until next time, peace.